just this is the epitome of a chess match between two powerhouse teams. Look at JP swinging around the corner here. He's going to find an angle.
Black Dragon form over on Carl Teasy. Can he get the traces in time now? Will lock him down, but look at JP and Sanford doing the same thing as Edward goes for the first dive, but again, Sanford is able to get the consecration in. Oheb gets the killing spree, and JP goes! The GOAT, Traceless is in and wins the victory! Now it's like taken low. Carl Teasy with a walk up, Sanji picks up the kill. Tome getting a double. Just the backliners of Aurora alive. Wow!
It's a 3-for-2 trade. The Lord goes over to TL, and you have to I don't know if we'll see the replay, but man, JP did work. He went for Domenkite. Yeah. Got the Purify out, put pressure on Domenkite, so he didn't have freeway to just go and do what he wanted.
Carl.
Oh, Carl.
Gets shot. That's Sonata 3 times. Good touch from you as well, man.
Yeah, Carl was going for the move, man, but still, they do get themselves the Lord. It's a good thing Domenkite stayed up alongside UA. They should be able to go and clear this out, actually, and not lose too much of their base turrets at all, actually, with it. But still, it is a showcase of what Aurora Gaming has to watch out for if they get to the next Lord fight right now, because these waves are going to be cleared out. They'll maintain it, and you got to keep an eye on JP. He had an immortality earlier as well, got the Purify out. That's one of the big things he has to do, either on UA or Domenkite. Specifically, better if they do catch Domenkite.
It's a credit to the lineup that Aurora Gaming PH drafted. Double carries, lots of backline damage, and Liquid has to do so many things in the map just so that they can break that formation. If you go back to that Lord fight, Edward was actually in a perfect spot to ruin it, but because JP and Sanford were way too deep, that means Edward barely had the help that he needed to capitalize on that Petrify.
Oh, Light was late on the tech charge by just like a millisecond.
Yeah.
It was already after the Retribution was pressed and then he dished it out, and that's the pressure of the Uranus and the Cho for you. So that was Liquid had to fire. They had to fire off on all cylinders to make that work from macro to micro, because Aurora Gaming with their lineup, it's so much easier to pull off if you just go for front to back.
That's the thing though. Like when you already have a Yuzong there, you would assume, all right, that's job done. I just have to peel for the backline. But the fact that Edward just couldn't do it because Carl and Sanji were diverting the Dragon's attention, it gets so difficult. 30 stacks though.
30 stacks for Domenkite, 750 for the Granger stacks. It's a good thing he didn't die, right, on the attempt there. So Domenkite's been doing really good at his positioning, the way he's moving around, and just kind of relying on the fact that he's got to purify and, you know, the dash, basically. But that's one of the hard things here is, again, the work that JP has to do to potentially get a purified down. Now, even with this is staying true to our flying cloud time, by the way. I think it was 19-ish minutes.
Yeah, the highest average game time,
highest average
of all the maps. Dude, I just gotta say, when we looked at the draft, we were like, oh, this is not going to be a good game for the Eastern Shin and Farsa against the Dragon. The Dragon's the one struggling.
Yeah. With how well Carl Teasy and Sanji have just been handling him, the threat, and what everything that Team Liquid has done to diminish the effect of Edward Yuzong, who is now just sitting at 1-4-2.
Bro, 5,500 gold lead for the GOAT. Oh my.
That's why I said, like, that's why I highlighted the fact that, it's a YSS versus a box show, but statistically and historically, Carl Teasy has been able to just kind of out-farm and out-jungle Domenkite in terms of, you know, that, getting the lead, farming up well on the YSS especially, so they'll go ahead, they see that push up top from Oheb. Oh, Sanford taking a lot of shots.
Yeah, but UA is also taking a lot of shots there. Tech charge missing! Completely whipping Black Dragon from Cornelius. Sanford tries to jump in, pops the consecration of the Purify now, as again, the Dragon to the bottom lane is struggling, has to use the Purist Dive. Sanji able to bait away, now feathered airstrike. Edward taken down by Carl Teasy, the Lord. Not low enough for Aurora to force it out. TL have outmaneuvered Aurora Gaming. Domenkite trying to walk in, but the Dragon kicks him out now. Retreat from Carl, picks it up. JP will lose his immortality. Domenkite there, like gets an attack charge. Lands it on Sanford. Carl buys an immortality right now, but he is going to be left all alone. Oh, trace this away. Domenkite gets a double. He's looking for the triple. Oh, will be shut down by Doming, and that's him with a triple.
Kite with the moves all game on this Granger. They only lose Edward. He was a dragon chasing a bird, but it might have just worked out for them. They just have to clear out this lane, deal with the Lord, involved one pushing in.
What a cut in the wave as well. Feathered airstrike on the initial wave, a cut for JP, and now an evolved Lord that they have to deal with.
Yeah, that makes it so much easier for Liquid to deal with the center of the map, but this is what we were talking about. Liquid were doing it again, but Aurora, they decided, wait, they're not completely in position. Let's rush this Lord. Yeah, we whiffed out the initial engagement, but then they held on. They still had the right tools, and Light eventually got the rampart and the knockback, the knock up back in perfectly. Aurora, this time we're ready for the counter, and that's what we were talking about. How much easier to make this lineup of Aurora work. When Liquid is not in the right time and position to do all of their crafty things in the map and during the team fights, that's what happens. They get counter initiated, and the counter initiation of Aurora is deadly.
Yeah, looking at this too, the replay here, Kite, not only is he just doing great on his own positioning, but he's well guarded. If you look at a lot of times when Light decides to go ahead and tech charge, you know that UA is there with him. He can go ahead and use the traction pulse if he has to help peel, and then they can just rely on their purifies as well. 6 stacks now on that Sky Piercer. This is why, again, he picked it up later in the game, but he's been able to just kind of maintain those stacks without dying.
And again, for you guys back at home, if you know you're going to be playing for scaling, if you know that you're going to be playing for the Granger weak side, I'd recommend Rora's build here for Kite. I mean, take a look at the Hunter Strike first item. He knows exactly when the timer is going to hit for him to get Sky Piercer stacks. And that's generally going to be like Turtle 3, mid-game onwards after laning phase. Because just the Hunter Strike gives you so much more mobility, especially when you're forced on the Purify, which seems to be the case for most Rangers nowadays.
Yeah. And if you're sub-1-on-1, you're on your side, packing a Sky Piercer, no need to pack another one. It's all right. Yep. Bundle it all into one person.
Purify out from Sanji, though, gets caught by it. Has to use the immortality there. Sanji gonna get away from this. Current call coming down. Sanji will fall. JP with a way to drag it onto the backline, but Carltese gets caught by the Petrify and the fierce dive of Edward. Good trace us out of there. Sanford trying to escape. TL minimize their losses. They just lose Sanji, but Aurora have position for Evolved Lord.
They lost Sanji, they lost some battle spells, and their ultimates aren't available yet. So Aurora, they'll go ahead and have an advantage on this Lord. They'll start it up. They'll take their time with it. Light in position if he needs to. He still has a flicker. Tech charge if he wants to. So TL wants to probably delay this as much as they can, but Sanji is so far away. 20 seconds, less than half health for the Lord here.
20 seconds on Sanji. JP trying to look for the angle now. Light doing the same thing here, looking for a big tech charge. Can they do it? Demon Kai popping in at Poissons. That's going to be the kick. Right now, Retrick Golden! Gets the Lord as called. Teasy gets CC locked. JP caught in the midst of it all right now. Is able to go for the Shunpu, but Yue guns him down. Slowly but surely. Glowing Wand taken down. Sanford still able to survive as JP finally falls. Aurora Gaming Philippines secure the Evolved Lord.
Lord marching down the mid lane. 23 minutes and counting. Carl Teasy and JP won't be back for another 40 plus. Sanford!
Still able to survive. Oheb doing the same thing. Current call now pops in with a crown as well as he buys the immortality. In the back, Sanji tries to look for an angle to go for the fight right now, but it's only just Sanford in the base as the Evolved Lord crashes down on the mid-base turret. That's another mini wave spawning in. TL, I don't think they can defend this. Sanji is trying to cut the waves, but there's no one in the base to save this game. Aurora Gaming Philippines secure game 1.
And they do it. They get first blood in this series, starting their revenge against TL. You can see them discussing things here too. Probably could have been cleaner, at least for them, at Roar, the way Roar feels, but man, Doming, what a game. Massive performance here on that Granger to secure them game 1.
Wow. Terrific performance by these two. Team Liquid had to stretch out the limits of everything. Their macro management, their micro skills, and their abilities during team fights. But at the end, it boiled down to the fact that Team Liquid has been running away from for majority of the game. The lineup of Aurora, the team fight of Aurora is way easier to pull off. It's way easier to make work. And when Liquid can no longer posture, position, and play all of the tricky plays they've been doing to minimize the difficulty, then Aurora just stampedes through the cavalry.
I don't know, man. I know we didn't see it here on the English broadcast, but I still believe in what I said when I predicted this series. There's something about Aurora, and when they get knocked down through things, they're able to make adjustments. I think this was a really good showcase of that, but also this is potentially the start of maybe TL's lower bracket run. I know there's still a game ahead of us. Don't want to get ahead of myself here.
Possibly two more.
But this was a really great game from for Aurora overall. Yes, there was individual lanes, different things happening across the lanes, some leads built up, like we mentioned with Carl Teasy, specifically on the YSS in the jungle. But when it came down to those team fights, it was Aurora's ability to really protect UA, part of that, but more so even Dominkite. I mean, again, the guy his positioning was impeccable, but also just well guarded. And also note that Light's Grok is probably one of the better picks that Light has. He's able to make those massive tech charges like we saw. Maybe he missed the timing on one of them when that Lord was being taken, but overall, Light did a great job at just kind of starting those fights up and even peeling, like a Rampart. Like, think how little of an ability technically a Rampart is, but how big of an impact that has.
Yeah. There were so many times where he blocked off Carl Teasy, meaning that he had to use the traceless to get out or maybe even enter. Times were just a little bit of interruption, messed up Sanji. So the effect of the Grok was really felt here. And this is something that Aurora likes to ensure in all of their picks, that all of their picks will have a big impact. We talked about the CC and the fact that they eventually swerved into it to playing fighter, which made a lot of sense. But we really didn't feel the CC as much in terms of the team fights, even with the curtain calls being perfect. At the end, Oheb was just being minion wave manager alongside Carl Teasy.
Yeah. There's something we brought up in the draft as well, right? When we saw the CC, we were like, we don't really like the combo. It doesn't really feel like there's a combo there. It just feels like another hero you pick just as a distraction so that Sanji and Carl get more space. But the fact of the matter is, there's just too much crowd control on the other side. So the CC, especially with Vengeance, it gets really, really tough for you to do anything in the team fights. And even in that final moment where the Lord was pushing in, you were just trying to divert attention. That's the best thing you could do on a CC with Vengeance at that point of the game, because if you just stay in front with the Evolved Lord, you're not shredding anyone.
Which makes me almost wonder, like, what would have been better to bring into that gold lane specifically. And yeah, I think that was a really difficult thing for them. And why
Harith was open, right?
Yeah, Harith was open. Yeah. It's just one of those things where you don't have enough ways to get not only the Purify down, but then catch who you need to catch from Doming or UA. And that seemed to be the case as we went through the game. And we look at the MVP here. Going to be Dominkite, I'm assuming. Yeah, just a great game, 8-1 and 5 on this Granger.
Yeah, it's not just because he got that stat line. It's the lineup was built for him. If he messed up, Aurora and Liquid definitely would have felt it. But he didn't mess up. Yeah. He stuck to the formation. He only died once, maximized the Sky Piercer stacks from the item building path that he went on. This was a well-deserved MVP because it went from his individual decision-making to a bigger effect when it came to the game.
Yeah, looking at the highlights here, where are we going to start? Right into this actually first Lord. We start here, and this was a constant dance, I feel like, and again, chess match between the objective takes specifically, and this one is where TL got that advantage when Carl Teasy was pushing across the map, and then they collapsed down on here. So imagine this fight breaks out for Aurora, and their learning process from this, and this is where Dominkite, keep an eye on Dominkite here. He's got so much space to work with. He's clumped up with the rest of the team. Great initiation from Light with a tech charge to go ahead and catch out a couple members of TL, and then they just capitalize on it. And even this, again, Oheb can't really escape from this, and that's pretty much just Dominkite's game for this Granger. Even this Lord, it could have came down to a retribution, but he gets the Lord. They get a couple more kills, and it was just, again, TL didn't really have an option at this point. They kind of just had to throw themselves to potentially try to take the Lord from there.
Yeah, and it's interesting because as the game went on, Aurora, every time they saw Sanford's Uranus, they were just like, hey, we shouldn't be shy with just bring this guy down, because if we take him out, then that puts pressure on the CC to end up fronting for the Cho, meaning that there's going to be no one to help protect the back line. So every time they saw that Uranus, it was like, blast him. Yeah, we're not going to kill him, but at least we're forcing out his consecration and bring him down low. And then they time another dive after that. I think that was one of the biggest shifts that Aurora did. Instead of bring the Sanford Uranus down low, then backing off and reset, think allowing him to heal is like, oh, he's slow. Okay, let's continue the fight.
Yeah, I'll give props to TL though, because they went for a composition that is super high execution. This is a very difficult comp to pull off, and they actually almost did. There were so many times where it looked really good for them, right? And the game was relatively equal up until we got to that point where Sanji got picked off, and then it was just, oh, we need crazy. We have to go for a fight because Sanji's gonna be down for so long. If they get Evolved Lord and push in, Sanji won't be able to respawn in time, and that's why it just got so botched. But having said that, I think I would much rather have what we were expecting in the draft, which is Sanford on the Playmaker instead of this Uranus, right? We saw the Uranus and we were instantly like, we don't like the Uranus, especially when it's on Sanford, because Sanford is the type of guy to actually put the team on his back when it gets heavy. So even if you want to say pick like Uranus, have something with more oomph, I think, like an Alice.
Yeah. High impact is what we're looking for. And if you want some impactful upgrades, your performances, finally, someone got the Real Me 15 Pro outside of Gideon.
Damn, bro.
Oh, did you guys have it yesterday?
We had it, yeah.
Oh, you had it? All right.
Had it a few days now.
Yeah, a few days.
Okay. No, because the day we did it, we couldn't really, like, brag about the AI gaming codes and skills features, the perfect preset combo with just one tap, all those macros, being able to guide your strategy and elevating your execution, the full AI powered edge. You couldn't do that when it was stuck inside Gideon. But so I'm glad that you guys got it out of him.
That's right. I forgot that it was inside Gideon.
Yeah. We don't want to get into the specifics on how that happened, but hey, from prediction to performance, it's the complete package. You play, we carry. Realme 15 Pro, the M7 official gaming phone. And I like how now it's decided that, hey, if it's a ad-lib segment, you know what, it's time to just highlight nicely. But hey, it's a special friend here. What's up, V?
You got to do the voice, man.
Oh, it's gonna be me.
Hello, friends. I have returned for another.
It's me right here.
The cheerful buddy. That is me. That is me. Here at the M7 World Championship, I'm here to cheer you all up. Aren't I cute? Sometimes you can call me V-Chan, but did you know that V, that's me, a fluffy blue card-shaped entity, is here for the teams to cheer? Because, hey, you know what? You can bring me anywhere. Because V's vision is being everywhere you want to be. Bring it around. Everywhere, forever. I'm here at M7 to experience the world of gaming and esports alongside all the amazing Wait, put that in me. I need that. That completes my final form.
I don't know if it be.
Brother.
He's double V now.
I'm here to cheer you on. It's Visa. Stay fast. Stay secure. Me, the champion you want to be. Me, the real MVP. Get it? Yeah. Big play start small. It's Visa.
Wow, I like V's energy.
That's V. We'll actually put it.
Yeah, that's his final form. You need to complete that. Yeah.
It's totally different today.
Yeah, that's very different. Kind of messed up because I'm going to do the M7 pass.
All right.
Mess me up.
I got you. You got us. Just like the M7 pass got you guys at home. It went live on January 1st. You can grab all the awesome awards, exclusive rewards like Granger's, Thunder, Ascendant. You've been seeing it all on M7, guys. The Cosmic Finality Prime Skin form. The M7 figurine, by the way.
Oh my lord.
Battle effects, Prime Order, and more. We need the diamonds, please.
Moon Tom, please.
Hey, there's more. There's another free skin you can
get.
Yanacontra's Solar Spark.
What?
For free. You can get it for free. The fan favorite M5 Yuzhong skins and the revamped M Championship skins are also making a limited time return. Don't miss out on these wonderful rewards. I can't wait. Dude, I know it's our last day here in XO. I hope we have to have the figurine in tennis.
Yes, please. Yes,
now
please.
we get it. That's what's been missing this whole time. We don't have the figurine to show off.
Yeah.
Now we have V, though.
Oh, we have V. Okay.
V can probably beat the Prime Granger.
Yeah, you're just like, you swipe the card and then you buy him.
Yeah, he's technically global, by the way. He's number one global.
He's number one global. Yeah. You can use it for everything and anything.
Yeah, and he's always the MVP.
You know what? You can probably use your Visa card to get the diamonds you need for the M7 pass.
You should. If you have Visa, make that purchase now. Don't hesitate.
While you're playing on your Realme.
Yeah, while you're playing your money, if you don't have a Realme, buy yourself a Realme too. Yeah. Money is meant to be spent.
While you're drinking your Red Bull.
While drinking your Red Bull and sitting on your secret lab.
Oh.
Hire us.
Anyways, game number 2. I think we're all in the agreement here that when it comes to the picks, there's only one thing that we would have changed. It was just really make sure you get more impact on the Sanford. By the way, this is a little question that we have. Which hero was more OP? If you remember the M6 Bruno, or is it the M7 Claude? It's pick or pass. Comment down below. Was it M6 Bruno or M7 Claude?
You want to say it together?
Oh, yeah.
Going to count of 3?
1, 2, 3.
M6 Bruno.
Yeah.
All right, you guys just want to say the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the actual choice.
M6 Bruno. That was A, right? So there should be a lot of A's in chat.
Yeah, I think A for sure, dude. Like, the Claude is broken, but the A was like, damn, dude.
Bruno was different, especially...
Why are people saying B, dude? Recency bias.
It's recency bias. I think some people just forgot how broken Bruno was, that they had to release a patch mid-tournament just to make sure people stop spamming Bruno.
Everybody's saying B. You're new gen, bro. You forgot about M6, man.
You forgot about Malefic Gun Bruno.
You forgot about Malefic Gun Bruno, brother. I don't know what to say to you guys. I'm disappointed, yo.
It was a legitimate problem.
Yeah.
It's rare. I think it's one of the 2 or 3 times we've had to release a patch mid-international tournament.
The thing is, like, the Claude, we've seen counters to it. Like, Hudson played the Sora. We saw the Freya. Bruno was like, all right, we try Granger. Bonked. We try... the only thing that worked was actually Layla. But even then, are you willing to risk going on Layla twice? Yeah. Right? It's not really a... Nope.
Well, the winning gold lane marksman, wasn't it Irithyll? Wait, was it Irithyll?
The Irithyll got stomped as well against Bruno. Yeah.
Well, no, when it was like banned out, like Irithyll would pop up, right?
Right. Yeah. Then you would see everything come up, right?
It's kind of like the Claude right now.
Yeah. But is it... No, which one? Bruno? I think it's Bruno.
Yeah, definitely Bruno. By the way, we're going again on Flying Cloud, so expect another 20-ish minute game here.
Another long game. I mean, it makes sense because of the clouds. People are more hesitant to continuously be aggressive. It's like, hey, that guy can easily come back through a cloud and then mess us all up. So now Liquid will take out the pick that gave them a lot of problems, which was actually Light's Grok.
Oh, I think they're trying to open the Claude, man. Yeah. I think that's the plan here for TL, especially beyond blue side. Yeah. There's again, with the quality blue side first pitch, there's a lot. Kalea, Claude, Jushin. We've also seen the occasional like Joe pick, first pick. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think they want to see if Aurora will go ahead and bam out the Claude or not.
I like the Yuzon man, by the way. Held the ban as well.
Lots of pressure to the back line. There's a lot of trades. I wonder if we're going to see Kalea snuffed out again.
Ooh, they go with the Jushin ban.
She was neither banned nor picked in the last one. They were just like, let's ignore that hero. Yeah. And we didn't change the map, so what if? We took out the Jushin. The hero that was banned out in the first phase is still open right now. Eve, Lo Yi. Both of them still on the boat, and I wouldn't be surprised if Liquid are looking towards the picking up the Lo Yi if it's going to be available for them later on. But if it goes to the second phase and Sanji still doesn't have their pick, I don't think Aurora's going to be willing to give the Lo Yi to Sanji.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Eve ban.
So they would much rather go up against a Claude than a Eve. Wow.
Yeah.
How? Does Doming play Freya?
Oh, I think they can.
Because I saved
okay, YSS Hylos. So they go and lock that in.
All right. Probably going to go fight there. I wouldn't be surprised if they double down the idea of, all right, let's... Oh, wait, no. With the Sora open, maybe we'll see Dominica play Sora for the first time this time.
Yeah, actually. But since you have the YSS already, that you have to kind of consider that it will potentially be a fight in the gold. Also, with TL getting themselves to Claude here, knowing that there's a YSS, I'm wondering if, since they banned out the Fredrin, like, are we going to see Carl Teasy on an assassin? Okay, he's going to go Lancelot.
All
this
right.
is what we were asking yesterday, you know, the Lancelot was slept on yesterday. So this is, how do you feel about this, Mirko? I mean, you just mentioned, I know, you don't want to see Sanford on the Uranus.
I'm sticking to it, man. I think, again, like, he still does really, really well on the Uranus, you know, as the best XP, in my opinion, but not as crazy impact impact-wise as, you know, a normal Sanford pick. And you know what I mean by normal Sanford pick. You know, the Glues, the Lapus, the Yuzongs, all that.
Not gonna lie, I thought they would pull the trigger on an early Alice pick. Considering the potential best routes for Aurora right now, most of the picks won't have enough good damage profile to mess up on Alice up until maybe the 13th or 14th minute of the game, if this really gets stretched out. So the fact that they go Uranus here is like, do they just want, yes, they're not going to get the crowd control, the big setup and impact, but it's like they just want Sanford to be a sponge. Stand there. Now with the Lunox open, they're going to feel the pain.
Exactly, dude. Like, picking it up this early, especially on blue side, means that red 3 can be a proper response to it. So, there you go.
I almost expected them to pick up their mid here, but they did go with the Uranus, so that's already locked in, so that's already in place. With a Lunox across from them, that makes it scarier because, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, your only really plan to have that Uranus there is to provide that space that's needed with the Lancelot and the Claude to work, right? I mean, it makes it a little bit easier, alleviates some of that pressure for Lancelot specifically. But now you have to think, all right, what do they want to, like, complement this with? And so for JP, I don't know, man. Because the Hylos is taken, they are the ones that banned out the Grok. So what do we think? I don't think he wants to. You wouldn't want to pick a Cho here. You wouldn't. What other roams have we seen? Gatot? I mean, yeah, Chip. Like, I don't. Ooh, you want to go Chip again?
Wait, with the Uranus actually makes a lot more sense. But
maybe that's why they picked it up early on. He can just be a sponge while the Chip goes around.
This might be Kimmy Chip.
The heat ban is really, really good now that you look at it, right? Like, Nora really read into it. They banned the Juiced TL. Nora banned the Eve. Usually you would be like, why would you ban the Eve? But it's actually to set up for the Lunox because they were sniffing out that TL might want to go for the Uranus again.
So now with the fourth pick here for Aurora, it is an Esmeralda.
That's really good.
Yeah, into the Uranus. Dead lane up until Uranus realizes there's not much I can do against the Esmeralda just dancing on me and getting my shields. Not a fun time. So are they going to pull the trigger on the Chip JP, or are they going to go for something safe like a Kalea or a Gatot to master Revitalize and healing that a High Loss has?
I just don't think the Kalea is that good of a choice here just because of this lineup that you already have. Oh, he's going to go Khalid, so Khalid set up potential early game net one. They go to Lillian. Oh, they took a... Well, this stat is not...
Yeah, not updated. Folks, we saw Onyx play yesterday. They lost in game 2 against Falcons.
They lost to the Lilia. Why the Lilia?
I mean, technically, the lineup of Aurora is front to back. Yes, you can dive with the Falling Star Moon, but the Glorious Pathway, the High Loss walking in front of you, that's not going to be a good time. Remember there was a time in PH where there's a High Loss on the other side? There's only 2 heroes that we see, either Valir or Lilia, to mess that up. And that's going to be difficult for Light and even Edward to deal with. Because now, if this is going to be a fight for gold lane, even Dominica is like, wait, I'm going to take so much damage from this Lilia. What am I going to pick?
Yeah. I like the pick for TL of the Lilia this time around compared to like Onyx yesterday because Onyx revealed it way too early. They picked it red 3. I think that was just bad usage of red 3.
Okay, there you go. That's the answer. That's your answer to your question.
Yeah, TL did not think this was going to happen. They were like, yeah, Domain can't play the Freya. That's why they didn't ban it because you should ban it out. Now, it's another losing lane for Oheb, dude.
Did Domain play it? In Swiss at all?
I don't know. No,
he didn't. But I'm sure, like, they tested out in scrims. Like, the answer is always
for sure,
right? So it's like,
but like, how confident are you? How fast did you learn a new hero? That you pick up a new hero that's so different to all the heroes that we've seen from Domain?
Because hasn't that been the only answer to deal with the Claude though? Like for the most success,
Sora Gold, Innocent. Yeah,
Sora
but
Gold.
This is the most success. Yes,
most successful is the Freya Gold. So, okay, interesting here. It's going to be game 2.
Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here. Will Aurora move on forward and send the team looking to complete the Golden Road to the lower brackets? Or are we going to see a game number 3? Lots of questions, but right now, the main one is, how well can Liquid handle the Freya of Dominkite the first time he will show it this M7?
Oh, and he's also got the old Warcry emblem, man, you know, and so might be looking at and knowing just Dominkite in general as he likes to lane. He likes to just duel it out, you know, and so expect that with...
Whoa! Oh my goodness, almost a solo kill up top, both flickers early on.
Wow. Okay, so I know we call this like the dead lane. It's not so much the dead lane right now.
Not for level 1.
Yeah, not for the level 1. Edward getting a bit of an upper hand, of course, over that. So a lot more action already early on in this game, too, than we saw in the previous one.
We got updated stats, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, Claude is 0 wins against the Freya. It is 0-3.
So it's that good.
It's good for the Freya.
It's good for the Freya.
Weapon mastery too. I think this is the first weapon mastery Freya, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
RFD didn't go for weapon mastery. At least I don't.
He didn't have Festival. They didn't run Festival of Blood, did they?
I remember Owl with my weapon mastery with it.
Who? Owl? Okay, Owl.
Yeah. GCG.
So maybe it is the default one, the Sanji. Oh, and later jump on Yue. Flick around from Yue. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, good damage here. This is what we expect from the Khalid early on.
Yeah.
Pressure.
You see there why you pick it up against the lineup of the Lunox. You can blast it down early on. So, trying to find the right timing here for Team Liquid of when they decide to fight and go all out, and then they hit the inevitable wall that is, oh, that Freya has items and is killing all of us.
I think with this, it's going to be a little bit of it's going to be a bit dependent on this Lilia pick, just because again we haven't seen it. It's now the second time we've seen it. It's lost just yesterday. It works great against the Hylos, for example, like you mentioned, but fighting for this turtle.
Yeah, Falcon Descent coming down now. Sanji has to use the black shoes, but Doming is right on him now. Retreat from Demon Cat winning it out. Carl has to puncture away onto the purple buff. Doming flickers onto the wrong side of the wall. Purple buff going to be taken away as well by Aurora. This is a big win at the start of the game.
Yeah, objective secured for Aurora. A bit of not much in the goal department though, but it's still showing that this team fight potential right now is going to favor them. Domikai should be fine. Wants his gold crown.
Wow, and he gets it, but now the lazy duet comes through. Doming taken down. Light with a walk up now, goes for the stun, but it's only onto JP. And it is a trade for TL.
Yeah, well, that's the opening. Dive him and delay his farm when you can. Good read there by Team Liquid to see that Dom and Kite is susceptible to getting dove on, even force the flicker out.
Honestly, that was more on Doming, though, right?
He wanted the gold crown.
Yeah, dude. He had a lot of ways to just get out of there, but he's like, no, this is my gold crab. At least he got it. At least he got the gold crab.
He got the gold crab, but
for his life.
For his life. I don't know if that's...
learned. Even in MLB, don't be a greedy little...
Hey, whatever works right now. I mean, he's in the lane matchup. He's just going to have that advantage. And you saw how fast he did rotate up to that turtle this time. Obviously, going to be part of this fight. He does have a bit of a level advantage too in terms of XP right now with Oheb. But Oheb having that kill already kind of helps him cover that ground. So it'll be interesting to see how that second turtle breaks out. Right now, Hunter Strike being locked in for Demon Kite. Carl TZ doing his thing, waiting for that purple buff to be up. So, and nothing too much to happen right now. Now, one thing that could change this is just like we saw with the Grok in the previous game in the hands of Light. Now, JP, like we've seen before with the Khalid, you can really set that favorable team fight up if you get that Raging Sandstorm the way you want to. But it's also good in a way that, you know, you can heal up. You're using that quicksand guard if you have to. But right now, it just seems like Aurora Gaming is going to be poked down and deal with this poke. Turtle's up. Oh, there it is. Raging Sandstorm.
Great one on Demon Kai. Sanford not going to use the flicker. Just goes for it in the end with a consecration. And that's a kill on the jungler early as the turtle spawns in. Oh, Carl picking it up. Brilliant's coming down now. Blazing duet from Oheb doing a lot of damage. Light gets away with the glorious pathway and the revitalize. This time, TL takes Aurora's purple buff.
Great rotational reads by JP. Coming out of nowhere, Sanford covering for him to secure the kill onto Demon Guy. This guy is a menace.
Okay. I don't think they're going to get more off of that. They're just trying to cause some chaos now on this side of the jungle. Carl Teasy's there, though.
Yeah, and he takes the orange buff away from Demon Kite. At least Demon Kite gets the green camp, though. Shoots the arrow, finds it.
Right now, that advantage for Carl Teasy is nearly level 9. I don't know, man. Apex Predator and Uranus, that's not usually 2 and 2. You don't put that together, but in the hands of Sanford, he does make it work. Again, able to be very much of a threat still on this hero. And you can see he's got the Dom Ice now. Oh, are they going for Demon Kite?
It's a solo kill? Wait a second, JP goes back for the healing. Demon Kai has to respect it. They get zoned away from his own jungle. Oheb in the bottom lane there, blazing the way to shift him away. Demon Kai again stalked to walk back to base.
Lion having a hard time protecting his jungle because of everything else happening. Coming?
BMI flick around. It's a Sanji coming down to help him. Good BMI back. Tolbang is looking for the chase now with Carl Tease. He's walking up together with Sanji. Tolbang's trying the best he can, but it will be Carl who gets the kill on him.
The ankles were broken.
This is
BMI, man. I don't know.
It's not just ankles. It's considering that's afraid. The wings also were broken. Maybe a little bit more Red Bull there coming.
Yeah,
these wings for sure.
I don't know, man. Like, that's not good for the Freya. Again, the stat being 0-3 for Claude, but right now this is also, once again, Dominkite's. This is his first Freya.
Sanji is going to be taken low. Actually, flickers out. Edward jumps on the turret, picks up the kill, but now will fall as well. To the Thorn Rose of Carl Teasy. Oheb almost getting caught by Demon Kai's Mountain Shocker there, but a great BMI.
I'm a little bit greedy. I feel like Edward didn't need to commit the flicker just to get that kill to trade it out. That's a losing trade because you lose a flicker.
They're getting desperate, I feel, because scaling is getting tougher there, right? Like, TL are just dominating every part of the map.
Yeah, it's a 2-level lead between Carl Teasy and Demon Kai.
It's the same story that I was saying from game one. You know, this is what Carl Teasy does against Demon Kite. We know that they've shared words and sentiments even seasons ago back in MPL Philippines. And it's always great to see. I always love to see them face off in the jungle. But yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I think right now Aurora Gaming is taking a little bit too many risks, like we just saw from Domin Kite, and now even from Edward burning that flicker under the turret to pick up a kill. But it looks like they do want to go ahead and set themselves up to at least contest that Lord when it does come up. Looking at the items here, you can see Edward, he's got only that enchanted talisman. He's got the boots, working on his next. Even on the other side. Hold on.
That's a lot of damage. Phantom execution. Go! Sanford gets the kill there. Hey, that was supposed to be 1v1, Sanford.
This feels like Demon Kite went into the game and is on hard mode, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is, he doesn't have any space to work with.
Thorn Rose over on you, And of course, on the Brilliance now, it will be able to be. I mean, they forced it out. Sanford walks up, Blazing Red coming in from Oheb there. Oh, they disintegrate Edward under turret.
So much juggling. Here comes Storming. Why?
Taken low. Carl's going to be walking up. Revitalize coming down now. Carl doesn't have enough damage, but they bait out a glorious pathway and a Revitalize.
Dude, I think it's just too much. I think Aurora Gaming is just... like too much is going on the map that they have to deal with, that they're just kind of overstepping and making mistakes.
Yeah. I think JP showing off why he has 6 kids now. He's made Aurora Gaming his kids this game. Again, it was the Kali. Yep. Early on, dude, he's everywhere. And Demon Kite has struggled to farm because the Kali shows up at the worst possible time for the season shit.
Dude, it gets worse. Demon Kite 4 levels behind Carl Teasy. You know, if it's been rough getting your buffs, trying to contest this Lord, it's probably not going to happen. Look at this. Just kind of, Demon Kite doesn't really have much of an angle anywhere to make a move. JP and Sanford alone, kind of these obstacles that Aurora Gaming really can't go.
Raging Sandstorm with the flicker finds the horse, like able to pop in the glorious pathway, gets cut down now. Sanford tried to go for the chase, but all this was for them to get a free Lord.
Yeah, free Lord secured. Tier 2 turn on bot. And now TL with a lead, 6,000 up ahead. We'll get ready to go towards the base of Aurora Gaming. Looking at this, I mean, man, imagine Demon Kite just getting his item
at 9 minutes. It's about to be 10.
Yeah. Oh, man. That is, he's very, very behind. Conti's now 15. Scaled up really well. I mean, look at the difference here. 2,000 plus gold difference between the jungles. Oheb as well has scaled up nicely, 1,000 ahead of Domin Kite. And you can see it, man. I mean, this is a clear advantage in terms of firepower and scalability that they have. Oh, Raging Sandstorm!
Right now, the combo coming down now. Brilliance is to escape. Domin Kite barely getting away. Mountain Shocker landing on 2. Too darn tanky. JP still able to escape, but Sanford pops into Consecration, and Lord is able to deal with the tier 2 up top. Team Liquid want to continue the siege.
They might do just that. Flying Cloud bringing a light over. A little charge in from the Lord. The shield's going to pop. So they'll still hold on to the turret. Yue might be one of the saving graces here for Aurora. Picks up a Divine Glaive, and another wave will be cleared out. Sanford is just chilling, man.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Okay. He gets out. But these turrets are getting pretty low, man. Bottom lane as well. They diverted the attention of Aurora, and now they're going to be able to take the turret down to the bottom lane, and that's the 4 lane. Great black shoes right as the Mount of Shocker comes around. Even the glorious pathway baited out.
It's crazy how Sanford standing there is what stopped Aurora from being able to successfully defend the tower in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Has to be very frustrating right now.
It is.
You don't see too many teams get a base turret off the first Lord.
Oh my God.
Guy from Call TT in the back gets the puncture. Execution out, Demon Knight. Gets a fadeaway kill, but Oheb's able to crack the base open again with another base turret. That's value. No shutdown on the GOAT.
All right, they get a kill. They lose 2 base turrets, though, so Aurora Gaming took step 1 into this forest pathway.
Sanji has the black shoes. Can he pop it in time now? Radio Sandstorm coming down and looking at AoE combo with the blazing duet from Oheb. Now to dive into the bag right now as the VMI gets Oheb out. Sanford and JP are sticking on to Team 9. JP goes and gets a double. Oheb gets an outplay on Edward on the other side of the map, and now it's Yue flickering out to safety, but Sanford
Minions
is chasing him down. The Apex Predator hunts its prey, and he gets a killing spree. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're going to be going to a full 3-game series.
I was about to say they got step 1 in maybe a 10-step process to turn the game around. Oh my goodness, I think they forgot they were 8,000 gold behind. They chose to fight anyway. They got punished for it. So, again, smiles on the face here for TL. Hey, that's a first win for Claude against Freya as well. So, we're going to a game 3.
Epic rivalry. No other way to end it for this stage. I mean, who knows? I don't want to say this is the last time they'll face off against each other because who knows? What if? Maybe, right? I just want to say, Oheb handled that game really well as a Claude.
Yeah.
Handled laning so well. He handled eventually once it became the 5v5 team fights around the map. It was a perfect game for him. He went 3-0-4. It's so demanding of a Claude to be like, hey, first pick, it's the last pick Freya. The entire lineup of Aurora had the whole draft to readjust to this Claude, and they said, yeah, this Claude, this is our answer to it. But Oheb stayed perfect? That's crazy.
Yeah, looking at this again, they controlled this in pretty much this entire game, and it started off with some mistakes that Aurora probably just didn't need to take, you know, and I don't know, just interesting enough how fast the game scaled out of control. Demon Kite getting shut down, it was very reminiscent of what we saw in the grand finals in MPO Philippines, man. It almost felt the same because we saw that one of the weak points of Aurora's gameplay and the playstyle was, one, Demon Kite was behind. TL just knows. It's like that familiarity. Like, we're going to go ahead, continue to put pressure on Demon Kite. The team has to make a choice. Do we respond and help Demon Kite, or do we try to win somewhere else? But when somewhere else is also losing, it's really difficult to gain control back from that and to get yourself back into the game.
And for you guys back at home, Freya before this game held a 3-0 record against the Claude. This is the first time in M7 where the Freya has lost against the Claude. So now the record is 3-1.
Yeah, that shows the quality of the gold laner that Oheb actually is. Again, very demanding for him to do that, but then overall, it looks like Liquid had a much clearer game plan this time around. They picked up the Khalid, which made the Uranus look like, okay, that makes so much sense, as we mentioned. And then JP was free to do what he did for the majority of the grand finals in Season 16, which was disrupt Demon Kite and Light's flow.
And I gotta say, the concern that we had in the draft when they picked up the Freya came true. We were like, hey, this is a good counter. Can he play Freya? But having someone like Dolmeng who's played a certain way throughout the regular season, throughout here, even with the fighter golds being a thing, he would still stick to the orthodox gold laners. I think the playstyle was a bit too much for him to adapt on the go.
Yeah, it was also just really good the way that I would say TL responded to the way that Domenkai was playing that Freya. That was part of it too. They knew how to punish it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, now all the teams that they have all that data from Swiss stage, they're like, all right, if we do pick up a Claude and the team's potentially going to pick up a Sora or a Freya, like we have a game plan for that too. And I think that was really good from them. Also, by the way, that also misconstrued the stats for Flying Clouds. That was a 12-ish minute game, man.
Yeah.
So
One of the fastest, if not the fastest flying cloud
Clouds
game we've had in M7.
So to make Flying Cloud shorter, you need sand.
I guess
I think it was a Khalid, man.
sand
And Uranus.
counters the clouds
Oh, that's why I hate sand.
because clouds are water.
It's rough course and it gets everywhere.
Calm down, Anakin.
Oh, sorry about that.
You were the chosen one.
I love Star Trek.
Ouch. It really feels like MPLPH because that's something Leo would usually do.
That's why
I did it for you,
he's
Fred.
literally cosplaying the perfect way.
This is the sambal flavor of grizzly bear. So let's look at who the MVP is. Who do you think it was, chat? It was JP, of course.
The center. It's his fault, man.
His fault. Daddy's home.
Ooh.
2-1
You gotta say it, Naisu. Say it.
What?
Daddy's home.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that, man.
Why just voice JP, bro?
Daddy's home.
There, damn, JP.
Oh,
Hey, the Khalid man 2-1-6, but like I was kind of explaining this when we got into the game. I was like, the Khalid that we see from whether it's Light or JP, they kind of play it the same way. They're able to go ahead and get things set up so well. There's great early damage with the Khalid. Not only that, but also the Raging Sandstorm is great. And you got to remember too how many times he was actually able to bait out some of like the positioning or the abilities just with a quicksand guard. Again, even looking at these highlights, this is where Domenkite, he went full Valkyrie mode, man, but unfortunately got his wings clipped, ankles broken, and everything else. And then, just from there, it started with the gold crab, by the way, and then it went into that, and then it just fell apart further. And, by the way, too, the Lilia gets the first win.
Yeah.
So now Lilia's got the win in hands here, so maybe we even see more Lilia pop up throughout the knockout stage. But I will say, this is where they decided to just go ahead and hard initiate when, by the way, Demon Kite wasn't even part of that really big fight. And again, you're like, what, 8,000 gold behind. You don't have the defensive items or the offense that you need to fight that, even if you catch someone out there. So I'm really surprised that the call was to go. Maybe it was a last-ditch effort to just be like, let's just go for the Hail Mary play, basically. Try to make something to work, get a potential wipeout if we can, but it backfired. It didn't work, and now they have to face off in a game 3.
Yeah, one thing I really like that Liquid did there, especially JP and Sanji together, is we all know how fast a Lilia can clear the lane already. Add a Kali to that, it's instant clear and then you're gone.
Yeah.
But they actually paced themselves. They allowed Light and Yue to get a little bit closer, and then we're going to deal some damage while JP's going to go get vision. They're not just clearing and rotating, they're setting the tempo through the center. Now it's time for us to move on to Eterna, actually, because she's got an interview on the audience.
It is now 1-1 between both Filipino representatives with TLPH as well as Aurora from the Philippines. Right now, it's looking like a full house here in Exo Hall in the arena for M7, our first days of the knockouts. And I think we're going to get a little bit of a chance to talk to some of the people who flew maybe all the way here to watch this match. So we're going to see who we should talk to. Okay. Hi. Do you have a moment? Okay, could you stand next to me real quick? Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Calvin.
Calvin, where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. All right. Dari sini ke sini jauh nggak? Was it far for you to come here?
It's about 1 hour.
1 hour. All right. So it's not that far. It's not that far because I think we have some Filipinos in the building as well. But of course, you still came all the way here. Can we ask, why are you here? Well, obviously, are you a TLPH fan?
Yes, of course, TLBH fans.
TLPH or TLID?
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid. So in general, okay, he's a supporter of the Team Liquid organization. So right now we're looking at 1-1. TL came back in game number 2. How do you think about the match right now? What do you feel about the match?
It's so insane. I think in game 3, it will be insane.
Game 3 will be insane. Honestly, I think everyone agrees with that. Final message maybe to TL right now who are still trying to get that last point in.
Pardon?
Do you have a message? Ada pesan nggak untuk Team Liquid yang lagi bertanding sekarang?
For Team Liquid PH, fighting.
Fighting. All right. Thank you so much, Calvin. Let's see if we can talk to someone else before we head into our next game. Wow. All right. TLPH and Aurora. Hi. Can I talk to you for just a minute? Hi. What's your name? Oh, be careful here. What's your name?
I'm Angelo.
Angelo. Okay, Angelo. So I'm guessing you came from the Philippines.
Yes, I came from the Philippines. All the way from the Philippines.
All the way from the Philippines. You flew here just for this match, or you've been here for a while?
I will be here for 10 days up to the grand finals.
Wow, all the way to the grand finals. You think TL or Aurora will make it to the grand finals?
Of course, I'm very confident. Two of our teams will be in the grand finals.
Two of their teams will be in the grand finals. What do you guys think about that? The Filipino fans are definitely raving right now. If I had to ask you to choose between both of these teams right now, who do you think will be moving forward in the upper brackets?
It's really hard, but my heart and my favorite team is TLPH.
All right.
But I'm supporting both of them since they came from both country.
Of course. So final message to TLPH, who are still trying to get that final point in.
TLPH, I know you practice so hard. I know this match is also hard for you because we are fighting against same team in our country. But I'm hoping that you can make it.
Hoping you can make it. Once again, thank you so much, Angelo. I hope we get to catch up later on. But it seems like the players are ready. The casters are also ready. So we're going to throw it over back to them to break down this next game and to see who will take this next game. Will it be Aurora or will it be TLPH?
The Philippines was mentioned. I just have to, man. The Philippines was mentioned.
What are you doing?
What's that?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, you're half Filipino. That's why. It's this. When the Philippines gets mentioned, bro, you gotta just imagine the flags up there. And it's like, I want that.
You're in the theater.
Yeah, I'm in the
that's
theater.
usually where it happens. You're in the theater and you stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they play the
anthem for a movie?
Yeah. If you're there early enough.
Yeah, super. Like you have to be there like before the trailers and whatnot.
Speaking of, look at this guy.
Yeah, we got friends. We got Wolf there, but right now he's not the friend that I want to mention. I want to mention the Fairy Games app.
Fairy Game.
It's the place to create and host a room to play MLBB 1v1 online with your friends, colleagues, and esports club members. Wait, so are you not against AI anymore? Is it different? Invite your friends to win. Oh, this is different. This is for the tribute ring.
You want a tribute?
So you want the M7 tribute rings. You get MLBB diamonds, new MLBB skins. So make sure you just download the Fairy Games app now and register your MLBB ID to start playing. Play for free until January 25th only. So get on that now. And do you want a free skin? Because Mirko will tell you about the free skin.
If you're looking for a free skin, just log in for 13 days between January 9th to the 31st. Server time. I don't know what server time is, but you know. To unlock the Edith's Verdant Night skin. Completely free. It's that easy. Don't miss out. Look, Edith's kind of bad in both. Like, in-game.
Hey, man.
Hey, nice recovery.
Right? In-game. Edith's kind of bad. Like, I mean, like a bad hero to play right now.
I think we're going to have a special cosplayer, by the way, too.
Playing Edith?
Playing Edith, yeah. There's also a free, another free skin you guys can grab since you guys like free stuff. Gatacontra's Electrifying Solar Spark skin is free when you hit level 30, or no, 45.
Pose, man.
Which one?
Got the pose.
Is that the pose?
Yeah,
45, M7 pass. Keep leveling up and claim your rewards. I wish I could do is it the
slam?
The heroic and
AOG? But I can't. That's right now, bro.
Yeah, maybe we'll have EGATs come back.
Yeah.
Oh, we still need to see the Greco-Roman oil wrestling match between him and Naisu.
I was not aware of this.
Oh, you weren't? We were all promised that it would happen.
Yeah.
But I think there's just a bit of scheduling conflict with EGATs.
That's only for the premium subscribers out there.
No, it's for everyone for free. You will be in public in the streets of Jakarta doing that.
Because they like stuff for free.
Exactly. And when you said that earlier, how come you trying to guilt trip people for liking free stuff? It sounded like you had that tone. Like, you guys like free stuff? I like it exactly like that.
Because I don't know if I like free stuff, man.
Yeah. When you pay.
Because I don't trust it. Like, if it's free, I'm like, huh.
And this is what I will always say when you ask why I never treat you coffee. I treat people coffee sometimes. So now I got ammo on you.
Damn.
I'll second guess Redmar and be like, did you put something in this?
Why you giving me the coffee, bro?
Did you put pre-workout in this? Like, are you trying to give me the jitters during a cast?
Did you put Red Bull in my coffee? Because I want that.
Red Bull and coffee. I'm sure there's some combination out there that you can buy.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, mix it with matcha. Everyone mixes something.
I don't like matcha, so I'll take an Americano with wings.
Oh man, this guy, he doesn't like matcha. Same.
Arashi asked me like 8 times. He's like, "You like matcha?" I'm like, "No." It's like, you want to go to this matcha place? I'm like,
Dude, bro, I think read the situation. He really wanted to go with you to the matcha place.
Yeah, dude.
And you were being a terrible bro.
Come on, man.
I said, I said, Arashi, do you want to show me the matcha place?
And what did he say?
He's like, only if you want it. I was like, I don't want it.
Arashi is Arashi.
Shout out to my boy.
He's a very special friend of ours.
He's a great guy. Raiden.
Right.
Dox him. Joseph.
If y'all ever see Arashi out in that Bell Arena here in the XO Hall,
Take you to matcha.
take him to matcha and ask him to roll with you.
Yeah, matcha and rolling. Those are his 2 favorite things in life. Oh, anime's number 1 thing.
And anime. Hopefully we'll get to see an anime battle for this game number 3. I don't want to say a one-sided stomp. Maybe a little bit more something like game number 1 where it demanded the best of the 2 teams to show up. Because honestly, if you're Aurora here, and then you lose to Liquid again, and then you get sent to the lower brackets, something about that just doesn't feel comfortable, bro. That hurts. Honestly, that hurts. So if you're gonna lose any of these 2 teams, you'd want to end it on a high note. At least be like, oh, we were so close to winning. All right, let's take it out on the next team we face.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird. I feel like it's literally that meme of, oh, here we go again. Like, if that ends up happening, they are going to be on the blue side. They'll get priority. They go with the Jushin ban here. I'm wondering, since the Grok was banned out, maybe they just end up picking an Eve. We have continuously said, man, the Kalea has been slept on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that'll end up being picked here.
Where is she?
Where is Kalea?
Why is no one drafting her right now?
Yeah, we saw Cho over at Kalea earlier as well, and that was last pick, and the Kalea was still open at that point as well. I really hope that TL, if they do want to pick the CC for OHEB, I really hope they have a combo this time around, because the last CC pick felt very, very forced.
It looks like there's also something about the team fight of Liquid where, and how they've been playing, they're not really going for the long all-ins against Aurora. All throughout the series, it's been crafty. They're willing to give the Yuzhong again to Edward this time.
Are they going to run it back? Yisun Shin Farsa? This time there's no Grok.
Yeah,
Big is open.
It's open, so...
Yisun Shin Yi?
Yeah.
Where do they go last, bro? It's better against the Yuzhong.
It is. I almost wonder if they would even pick up the jungler right now. Like, they don't... so far, they don't necessarily... Like, they could wait till Red 3 if they wanted to.
They could, but then the Lance could be taken away from them, right?
Yeah, but even if the Lance is taken, I just feel like, again, like that matchup in the jungle, Karatizi usually has that upper hand in some way or another. So I think they'll decide if they want to go ahead and lock that in or not, or pick up something else for that jungle.
What I know is if they they go Lance. What if they go Lance? Is this Red 3 for OHEB? Because if it's not, then the next 2 bans are, I think, going to be targeted down towards OHEB. Because again, when he's not in the cloud, when he's not on an orthodox gold laner, it does feel like he doesn't find the same comfort as a lot of other fighter golds do.
Yeah, and generally, if you're going to be giving the Yuzhong to the other side in the first phase, you'd want to get your gold laner already locked in if you're on the red side first phase. Because at that point, the pool gets so small of heroes that can survive that dive to Yuzhong. At least you pick it up now so that you don't have to worry about your gold lane pick, and then you just adjust your roam and EXP so that that's one of your ways of handling the Yuzhong a bit better. Yuzhong and Cho together has been a combination rising up in M7. They pick up the Kimi, and just like that, Khalid, instantly they want to match that rotational speed. So I think Liquid are leaning towards that idea of, okay, yeah, they're playing with an Eve, but they always have at least 2 to 3 heroes that can do crafty stuff around the map. Either you're constantly invading, you're constantly split pushing while returning to the rest of the team, so that Aurora aren't always going to be in that thick formation they love.
The hard part about it, too, is in terms of, like, crafty things around the map, Carl Teasy with a Lancelot can do that anywhere. And, you know, for the most part, again, not only trying to control him within the jungle, but also keeping control of the map is going to be something they want to watch out for. Granger being banned out here, this is going to be very interesting in the gold lane, man. I feel like because both gold laners don't have their picks yet, and we might even potentially see more gold laners banned out. Granger goes out, Claude, maybe the Care?
I think Aurora have the ban.
This land is our homeland.
Yeah, maybe the Harith as the last ban. They'll go with the Lapu Lapu. Since those, even for Sanford, I don't know, man. Are we actually going to see Sanford on the Uranus again?
Honestly, not bad. Again, they have the Khalid as well, right? So, hey, they have the combo right now. And Rogue don't really have any shred. If they ban carry, then I think it's kind of like almost guaranteed. And then they pick up the Harith, they go Uranus last pick.
Yeah. The Uranus also allows them to do that in and out of team fights. If they end up picking something like an Alice, it's gonna be all in for sure.
They can also go Esme, right? Like, doesn't need to be Uranus. Yeah, Uranus has been amazing, but the Esme is... Oh, never mind.
They banned that.
So they want the Uranus with the Esme on the other side now. Okay.
The Uranus Khalid, and then they just readjust their gold lane
Doesn't
pick.
this like push the Harith even more? Like, okay, we want Harith. We do not want to deal with Esmeralda.
Yeah, you have the Eve with you. You don't have to worry about high loss getting picked up here unless there's a super sudden flex by Dominkai to put that choke gold, which we most likely will not see. So, yeah, if Aurora don't ban out the Harith, it's just going to be a free one for Oheb.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's why I think they got to really decide on this last ban. It's going to be the Elu.
So they're going to go for utility jungle. That's what they're looking for.
So, yeah, I think here you just pick up the Harith. Yeah, you can pick up Harith. Lock that in. There we go. So Harith locked in. Now, what does Aurora pick up for the last two picks?
Do they have something ready for this?
Gold? Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Is it just going to be like a Baksha?
This is going to be fast, man.
Yeah.
If they go fighter, usually someone... Was it Ruby Gold that people would pick if they see a Harith on the other side?
There has been, yeah. Ruby Gold.
I don't really think it's that good, though. And,
Yeah, definitely not.
they still won't have any shred, and we know the Uranus is coming in.
Oh, this is a tough decision for Aurora. What are you going to end up with?
Lit off Scold?
Yeah, I was thinking that because it's hard to get really hard in the mid later on.
The joy.
It has to be physical. Are they just going to go Moscow for fighter? Back to the Freya.
He decides to go again.
Bro, TL, they can still go Uranus if they really want to, right?
Yeah.
But I think now there's also a pretty good reason to go Phobius.
Yeah.
Lots of dashes. You're going to be very happy.
It's good they held on to the XP pick.
And it's a Khalid heave, so you should be able to get Prio in mid straight to rotate to XP, and then you get Prio for the Phobius, sorry.
Bogus.
Two schools of thought. Are you going to have a frontline anchor, or are you going to have someone that can just also be aggressive while doing it? So it's on one side you got Uranus, and on another side you have Phobius.
I think not the only one.
There you go. Makes sense, especially when that joy came through. And
This is so good for TL, dude.
yeah, this is great team composition, not only for fighting around objectives, but just like duking it out if they have to.
Yeah.
They have a lot of tools available to them, and even some comfort picks available to them. So this is, again, I just got to say, it's going to be hard for Aurora, especially if Demon Kite falls behind in the jungle, just like he did in the previous game. I feel like that potential to punish is going to be there. Again, even with the lineup rating favoring Aurora, it's just the execution is one of the biggest things here for them to make work.
It's one thing you always have to ask when there's a joy in your lineup. Can you get that great early game, that moment that almost every joy has, where you get a double, where you get a triple, you get your items quick, and suddenly you're dancing with joy. All puns intended. But at this point, the question now needs to be answered with a definitive finality, as in this game number 3, it will be decided which one of these two advances and continues their upper bracket journey, and who will have to crawl through the lower bracket.
Can you King Kong it, man?
King Kong it.
King Kong the joy.
King Kong the joy. That's the new verb now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Like, Kelroying the Beatrix.
Countering the Beatrix, yeah.
Beatrix. You know, with this, too, I would say it's either way, I feel like it's hard to be someone cheering for the Philippines right now because you've seen this so many times and you're like, you're down to one game again. And honestly, with both lineups, I could see them both working out. It's just, I think even this time it was like Demon Kite's like, I got to have something that can match the speed of a landslide. Whoa, Edward. Really
wow. Petrify coming down now. JP trying to deal more damage, but that is such a big win for Sanford now. Yeah. Just look at the wave. He's going to deny as many as possible.
Yeah, he already denied 1 milli-minion, but Light's here.
So it's Demon Kite, but yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen there. Taking a look at the emblems, you can see Sanford pretty much going this full. He's got the Brave Smite, Firmness too for a little more tankiness, Festival of Blood. Yeah. He's going to be fine, at least in that lane matchup. It's going to be pretty difficult to kill, and he's going to have so many options to kind of reset, use that Infernal Pursuit. And even so, little 1v1 at jungle. I don't think Demon Kite's going to let the same thing happen to him in this game in game 2.
It's not just that. It's I think Light and Yue are going to make sure that Demon Kite does not get put in the jungle by this Khalid. So they're really pulling Liquid away from Demon Kite.
Whoa. Dome actually cut the wave earlier, so he's going to look to rotate. 4v5 and Turtle 1, I think.
So they want to secure this if they can. Has to be a part of this fight now. He's got level 4, so it looks like they're just going to go clearly take this.
Oh, what happened to Edward there? Carl TZ to be jumped on by Dome Kai. Now, Phantom Execution. Demon Guy still winning on the Reggie, but Carl somehow escaping as JP gets shredded by the Freya. Demon Kite now looking for the purple buff, and this should be free as Carl has to recall, but Sanford rotates over, has the Infernal Pursuit, won't jump on Light just yet. Good damage coming down from Sanji. And they actually saved the purple buff.
Honestly, a greedy decision by Carl TZ to actually go back and try to take that turtle. And now their jungle gets pressured. He'll still be able to get it. Still would have been way worse for Liquid if they did not handle that correctly.
Not only that, would have been way worse before Gaming decided to stay in that purple and then get punished. So they take the bit of a lead that they got off the objective. They get back to the lanes. And yeah, it was a good decision from Domenkite to rotate for that. You can see building in. It looks like he's going to be growing that Corrosive Scythe first, just like we saw him. But he's even got a bit of a lead now in terms of gold against Oheb, which is expected. Picks up his Corrosive Scythe now. And so you can expect that kind of rotation to continue to happen even by the next objective, which is still going to be cross side of the map. And so it's just a kind of a waiting game for Oheb to scale up. But there's a whole lot of attention up here right now.
Yeah. Erosion Scythe all ready for this Freya. Domenkite much more free this time to farm, much more comfortable. While Liquid cannot find an opening similar to their previous game. Again, Light and UF doing really well right now for Demonkite. Domen and Oheb dancing. But they both know that they're not going to get a kill there.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, again, where it's like both the teams will like to fight around the objective. Oh, JP.
Where's the set getting him out? Reggie Sandstrom, though, locks him down, but Oheb does not have some on force. And JP be caught in a tough spot now. Oh, the turnaround. Dolmeng 2v1 winning it out, forcing a flicker out from JP.
I mean, that's the power of the Valkyrie right there. No kill secured. Good thing he didn't continue to put pressure on it. Stays alive. Turtle's up now.
Oh! So much damage cast on the Black Dragon for him as well, but Sanford will keep it now in front of pursuit onto the Dragon in the air. Carl, looking for the angle now, jumps in all the way. That's a Phantom Execution Retreat battle win for Carl! And Edward was too low. Sanford cooked him. Demonkite, can he dash away? Sanford has the dash, and he cancels the dash! Gets to double on a Phobius.
Oh, that feels bad for Aurora. The consolation prize, Domenkite gets a little extra gold on this top tier 1 turret. Wow. But man, that was just kind of disconnected in the way they wanted to go. Yes, they got the Sanji to burn the flicker because of the kick coming through from life, but then Edward was too low to really try to contest that. They came down to the retribution. Was that also Carl T's gonna continue doing this, man.
Bro, that was nasty, man.
Everything was going so right until now. It's led to this. No purple buff on Demonkite. They lost the last turtle. Significant progress in the tower up top. And now Liquid setting the tempo. They have to time their entries a little bit better. Light I get why you were going for the kick, but no one else was close enough to actually try and follow up. And I think he missed that initial kick because I thought at first, like, oh, maybe he purified it. No, he's backing Flicker, Sanji.
Yeah.
So that means there was a moment where Light decided, oh, am I going to kick? Am I not? Okay, I'll kick. Oh, but he already flickered. And then he changed the direction.
Yeah, I'm surprised he has the flicker. Don't we usually see Eves with the... I guess it depends, but yeah, Purifying Flicker, but Sanji relying on that. So far, so good. Hasn't died either, so he's been pretty good on point with a RWM too. You can see he's got the glowing wand locked in. Starlium Scythe now for Oheb, so a lot of these first items coming into play. JP sticking with the shield here. Still building into his first, probably going to go with a bit of a, like we say, chop suey build until his first item. Demon Kite does have the Genius Wand, which him and Yue can work in conjunction together, but so far it's mostly just getting somewhat of a favorable fight, and that seems to be really difficult for them if, you know, they don't get that set off that they're looking for, or they don't have that space around these objectives to look for, just because of the durability that this lineup that Team Liquid has between the Phoveus and even to an extent JP. And so it's a little bit more finesse, I feel like, that's needed for more gaming, because if Edward is too low,
this kid, man,
you're pushed off of this like this.
Oh, he actually uses shoulder bash onto the turtle, now goes in. Skill 1 for the person coming down as Domenkai tries to dive in, but Oheb's able to purify. Outraging from JP! Big furious dive, but that lockdown saved a lot of them. Sanji still able to flicker around now as Edward gets isolated and now taken very low. JP again gonna be looking for the play. Yue goes inside for survive. Yue able to pick up the kill as Carl goes in, but the Void Blast from Sanji should and will take Yue out.
I feel like both teams thought the fight was over, and then both mid laners were like, nope, it's not. They come through, end up capitalizing a kill. Turtle's still up, but TL definitely had the upper hand in that fight. A great set with a Raging Sandstorm from JP, and they get back to it.
Yeah, Dominguez with the initiation, but after all of that, Liquid had to expend a lot of resources as Aurora Gaming will be able to get this last turtle. As JP miraculously steals it away, then I don't know.
No way.
No way he's going to even try.
No way.
Good recovery by Aurora there in the end. Doming now dancing with Oheb.
1v1, 1v2, Light. Oh, the kick is off, but they're going to go for the dive anyways. Oheb cut to bits.
Great read on the situation by Doming to push it. And Light being there meant that that's an easy take on that Harris, and that's going to be another tower. Aurora are still in this, and they're recovering.
Great take there on the turret. Skypers are now online as well for you. Traction pulls thrown out.
Sanji, no flicker, has the RWM. Can he use it in time now? Sanford trying to peel for him, but Sanji goes in, the kites away from the back line, goes in for the RWM, but Petrify and the Fierce Dive will lock on too. That's Edward now. Sacrificial lamb for the kill on Sanji.
The turret has been destroyed.
Is he going to chase him?
I don't know.
Yeah. So all that, they lose a couple bodies, man, but they went for the tier 2 turret. I'm not sure if that was completely necessary, if they had to do all that just to get the tier 2, but it does open up the map a little bit for them now that the Lord is going to be the next objective in about a minute here. So, interestingly enough, take a look at the items. You've got a Divine Glaive for
Okay. All in again onto Carl Teasy with a good puncture with a Phantom Execution. Gets him out.
So many things were thrown out there. I'm surprised that Carl Teasy only just got like a little scratch.
He's so calm, man.
Power of the Lancelot, man. He is
Power of the Brute Force breastplate as well.
Yeah, well, that's ADR, the iframes. Light trying to find an angle, could not get it. You in trouble.
Wow. Oh, those swells and Blood Force.
I thought they would be happy with that tower. Yeah.
I think they just want to go ahead and keep Aurora Gaming in check, saying, you know what, we will still fight if we have to. That is a Holy Crystal now picked up here for Demon Kite, so damage potential going to be pretty good now on this Joy as he's got the 2 items locked in. Light now having the Conceal available. This is what we usually see, especially as the Lord comes up. Some of these off angles, if the roamers can set things up, but with the tier 1 turret still up for TL, they have a bit of a minor advantage when it comes to what they can work with. So space-wise, they'll play into that. I'm wondering how Aurora wants to approach this. Again, they forced that tier 2 earlier on. I'm not sure if they'll continue to put pressure there, why the Lord is fought for, but so far a lot of focus up here on this top side.
I'm happy that we're getting the game that we were looking for, competitive, very close, that it all boils down to the little moments, the good things or the bad that stack up into the result that you would want to see. Good handling of the minion wave in mid by Aurora. They'll need that, because if sometimes Team Liquid they're more than happy to give up that Lord if they can just continue pushing down mid, and then as you're backing away from the Lord, they'll come back from behind you through your own purple buff side. But they're also handling the bottom side really well, meaning Oheb is stuck at bottom, trying to manage it, continuously making it 5v4, 4v5, as it's Domeng who frequently goes to the bottom lane.
But that's also one of the advantages of being on expanding rivers, you know, in a way. It's like, even on the cross side of the map,
that's true.
You're mostly fine just because you have such a wide range of this bonus to get back onto the other side of the map with that speed boost if you need it. So pretty much a stalemate right now. Neither team really having this upper hand advantage when it comes to actually securing this Lord. It's more so of a push and pull, seeing what the roamers can provide information-wise to the junglers and deciding on how they want to go with it. Again, Light might have to rely on a conceal play if he can, or a kit play, trying to get out potentially Sanji or Oheb. Even if he gets the Purify, that might be able to go ahead and help them. Now gets the Athena shield locked in. A little more defensiveness for Light, because he's got to be the guy to start things up here.
Both teams playing the far lane pickoff, a slow management to see if they can find an opening where it'll suddenly be a 2v1 catching off someone in the current rotation of who's going to manage, who's going to clear, and vice versa. But Liquid has run off his Lord. They're rushing!
Yeah, they burst out forward. Aurora couldn't even time it that well. They didn't know. Sanford flickers out of Tikundo. Light looking for it. Edward with a jump. No, he saves the jump. That was just beautiful. Team Liquid utilized the slow push by Domeng in favor. Oh, Carl wants more. Thorn Rose doesn't land. Demon Kite with the electrifying beats.
Again, it was... I know it's a small thing, but the upper hand of having that tier 1 turret up still kind of gives you that opportunity to make plays like that with map pressure, and that's exactly what TL did. And then by the time Aurora Gaming realized, hey, they're taking the Lord, they were too late to the party, so now they have to deal with this Lord.
I was in the same mindset as Aurora. I did not expect Liquid would want to rush that.
Yeah.
But they did, and now it worked out well for them. And just like that, rug pulled under our feet. Carl TC getting dove on.
Venom execution. Back in. Oh! Getting away. Raging Staff. Domenkai has to use the ultimate. At least it's not horrible for Aurora, despite the bait coming in. But it is kind of bad still. Lord was able to charge up top, and now the tier 2 in the mid lane has fallen. They're going to be able to go for the siege now with the Valkyries, the set still being down.
I don't know if we'll have a replay of that, but it's always great to see Lancelot in the hands of Carl Teasy here. He's able to just go ahead and escape so much. And, you know, again, that's why I even wondered yesterday why we didn't see Lancelot pop up in some of our games. But, you know, you're able to go ahead and avoid so much with Thorn Rose and the puncture.
Dude, Carl Teasy has been baiting so much. Yeah. He's a master.
He is.
Really good at it. That's why he's the GOAT.
Is that what that sounds like?
That's what you say, man.
I did not expect the silence to get broken by a man.
Hey.
A bleed from Naisu to cut through the silence.
That was Mirko, man. He only talks about the goats. Let's look at the replay. This is what I was talking about, though. Look at the Carl Teasy. All right? Look at the moves.
What a baiter, man.
Look at that. Oh.
The master.
And then the Thorn Rose. Oh, we missed the Thorn Rose.
Yeah, the masterful bait. While here, Naisu, the master bleeder. Like a goat.
That's
what you call it. The goat.
Right. BLEAT.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, I mean, we got to credit JP also for saving him with the Raging Sandstorm. It wasn't all the goat. It was also the goat's dad. Wait, no.
What? What are we talking about?
I mean, he calls him Daddy. Everyone calls him Dad JP, so yeah.
Let's get off the farm and get back to the Lancer Town.
Hey, man, with how Liquid are farming up the map, it still also looks like the farm here.
That's true, that's true. 20 seconds from this Lord coming up. All this, by the way, across the map has basically got them this lead they built up. You see the base turrets still standing, but the shield's all down and everything else. Win a crown here now, too, for Sanford. this Phobius has done so well throughout the draft, providing so much of that tankiness and that front line that the TL can rely on. So this is going to be a difficult one. Lord started up. They'll take their time with it too. Look at JP's positioning. He's got the information he needs. Doming is around the corner. I'm not sure if they're going to go for like some type of cutoff play here, but Doming might run in to too many bodies of TL.
Yeah, but now they're showing. Instead of holding that bush, Sanji decided to show, and now that allows Aurora to recalibrate, which means Liquid will change it. Are they going to just rush it again?
I think they are, man.
Look at the zoning coming down from Sanford over on Deepak. He catches no. Electrifying Beats coming down. Deepak wins on the retry battles. JP caught in the back. Sanji here as well, trying to cut away, but it's going to be Doming. Slices him up. Still Oheb doing a lot of damage with the Purify as well. Sanford doing the same thing now as Light comes back with the Immortality, goes over to Jikundo, and will be able to find Oheb, but he's still kind of away. He gets by, but Edward goes through them all. Sanford over on Deepak. He catches no.
Of TL. That is around the corner. I'm not sure if they're going to go for like some type of cutoff play here, but Doming might run in to too many bodies of TL.
Yeah, but now they're showing. Instead of holding that bush, Sanji decided to show, and now that allows Aurora to recalibrate, which means Liquid will change it. Are they going to just rush it again?
I think they are, man.
Look at the zoning coming down from Sanford over on Deepak. He catches no. Electrifying Beats coming down. Deepak wins on the retry battles. JP caught in the back. Sanji here as well, trying to cut away, but it's going to be Doming. Slices him up. Still Oheb doing a lot of damage with the Purify as well. Sanford doing the same thing now as Light comes back with the Immortality, goes over to Jikundo, and will be able to find Oheb, but he's still kind of away. He gets by, but Edward goes through them all. Sanford winning proud with the Inferno Pursuit now against everybody. Oh, Sanford! How did he do that? He stayed alive for so long. 18 seconds though on Carl. I think it's over.
I think Aurora can end it here. They're going to take the mid turret. Do they have enough clear?
That's it.
One cannon minion. Aurora turned the tides with one team fight. And finally, they send TL down to the lower brackets.
You are not going to fool them twice with the same tactic. You thought it would be the Stampede through the upper bracket, but it's the light shining in the end. They sent the Golden Road Dream to the lower, and it's Aurora moving forward.
Hey, man, if you want to get the Golden Road, the first team in history to be able to accomplish that, it's going to be a little bit longer of a road. You got to go to the lower bracket, TL. All right, maybe we get to see another rematch. I don't know. I know there's people out there that want to see these two teams battle it out in a best of 7, because this best of 3 was a treat in itself. This time around, Aurora getting that revenge. And just when it looked a little dicey for them around that Lord take, man, they made it work. What a team fight they were able to pull off there, too.
That was a 4,000 gold lead for Liquid. Erased, eradicated, and switched into a loss by Aurora. They dove them at the right time. Liquid, too greedy, trying to rush it yet again. They were zoned out, and it was the easiest dive for Aurora to take it. If ever they want to complete the Golden Road, they'll have to take the longest and most difficult way to do that. But the Filipinos can rejoice as one of their representatives will continue moving forward.
Wow. Nice, you called it.
I called it, man.
Aurora has finally done what seemed to be the impossible.
Hey, I'm living in the future today.
Tomorrow.
I'm living in the tomorrow today. LaFell's not here, so it's me.
Holy moly, folks.
Isn't it? Wait, is every? I don't know if I'm thinking right, but is every M champion for the lower bracket?
We go in there now. Well, Onyx Philippines kind of broke that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. They had the full.
Yeah.
That's right. M6. But here's the thing, though. So they send TL to the lower bracket off of a game like this. I would be anyone that gets sent to the lower bracket. I'm going to be a little worried. I'm not saying that wouldn't be the case if it was Aurora that goes down, but TL, when they lose like this, man, I don't know. Something happens to them. This is what we kind of saw during the regular season. You could see it on their faces again. So I'm a little worried, but congratulations right now to Aurora.
Dude, that last play looked crazy.
Yeah, when you try to take the honest road against Aurora, it shows exactly why they have more than mastered the basics in team fighting. Aurora on the stage with Eterna.
Third time's the charm. Let's give it up for Aurora Philippines. Boys, that was an amazing match. How does it feel right now to exact revenge on TL after losing to them in the grand finals and then in the Swiss stages as well?
Masaya kasi ngayon na lang ulit din kami nanalo sa tilt page sa past mga matches namin. We're happy because it's been a long time since we've won against TLPH.
When was the last time you guys won against TLPH? Do you guys remember?
Since upper bracket MPLPH finals.
Okay, upper brackets. And ever since then, unfortunately, you've never been able to secure that win.
Yeah.
What makes it different this time for you guys? How were you able to secure this win?
Siguro pinagandaan talaga namin yung itong knockout stage, and kung sino talaga makatapat namin talagang bibigyan namin sila ng magandang match.
I think it's because we really prepared against them and we wanted to give them a very good match.
It was a very good match. It was very close from game 1, and then we saw game 2, and then we saw game 3, which was amazing as well. Just one moment turned everything around. Yue, we have to ask, what was the biggest lesson that you learned from the previous matches that you applied today, specifically?
Siguro yung mga small mistakes na nagawa namin ng last match, yun yung tinama namin sa naging match namin yun. Maybe we adjusted all our small errors or mistakes and we improved them or corrected them during the match.
Small errors and mistakes. Can we get a little bit more insight into that? Is it a calm thing, a decision-making thing, maybe drafting?
Sa decision-making tsaka sa comms din. Is the decision making.
I don't know why I waited for that translation also. That's pretty straightforward. Yue, Domenkai, do you have something to add on that? About maybe something that you learned from previous matches that you could apply to this match to ultimately get this win?
Syempre nung pagkatalo namin ng Telepage, parang ginanan ulit ako maglaro pa and magpursige siguro kasi words gusto ko ma-redeem yung sarili ko pa. And yun, pinagandaan ko talaga yung sino makalaban namin.
Because of the losses against TLPH, it lit a fire in me and it made him prepare more for this match.
Lit a fire and made him more prepared. Because after this best of 3s, you guys are going to now be facing against a best of 5s. Are you guys prepared for a best of 5?
Syempre prepare kasi yun nga, best of 5 long series siya and mapaghandaan talaga namin.
Yes, we are prepared, but we will still do a lot of preparation because it's a long series.
Okay, it's a longer series, we know that, but what we don't know is who you will be facing up against next. It's either one of the Indo representatives, either Onyx or Alter Ego. If you both had to guess who the next opponent will be, who will you be facing next?
Based on the previous matches, I think Alter Ego.
Ooh, okay. Yue thinks it's going to be Alter Ego. What about Domenkai?
I think Onyx.
Onyx. Okay, so a split opinion here. Why do you think it's going to be Onyx, Domeng?
Siguro nakakuha sila ng momentum ng pagkapanalo na, and feel ko mas nakakainga sila ngayon sa BO3 match or BO5. Do I pretend that I understand? That's all I know. Yun nga. Siguro mas prepare yung Onyx sa BO2 and BO3 match.
I think that Onyx will be more prepared for BO3 or BO5 matches.
Okay, interesting. Good insight, because I think the players themselves recognize that. So, final message to perhaps TL that, I know that you guys are still friends outside of the game. Do you guys have a message perhaps to Team Liquid who lost today?
Nice game sa Team Liquid, and alam ko makabawi ka sa lower bracket, yung kita-kits sa finals.
Nice game for Team Liquid, and let's see each other in the grand finals.
Okay, what about you, Yue? Now your message is to Alter Ego or Onyx?
Good luck sa inyo parehas. Good luck to the both of you.
Okay. Once again, thank you, Doming. Thank you, Yue. Thank you so much for the translation as well. As we give it up once again for Aurora, Philippines, we're going to throw it over back to the casters.
Doming said there, good game. We know you guys can crawl through the lower bracket, referring to Team Liquid. We'll see you in the grand finals. But saying that after, just sending you to what will arguably be the toughest lower bracket climb for any team because of the quality of the top 8 teams that we have in M7. Bro, that's cold. Aurora Gaming, congratulations. Turning it around in one team fight. And this is what I was saying earlier. They need a win like this. They needed the win that vindicates them as like, guys, we're not, you know, that word. We're not that C word. We can do this. We can beat them. And they did. And this man was nuts in that game. 4-2-5, this Yu Zhong. Now this time around, whew, so good by Edward.
Yeah, I would, again, it was so interesting because down to that last fight, man, it was looking a little grim for them. You know, like you mentioned, 4,000 ahead. But Edward going back to the Yu Zhong pick that was picked up priority in the draft. They lock it in. He's able to go ahead and put enough pressure out too. I like it, interesting with his build as well, the way that he was playing this out, but also it just allowed, I just feel like this entire composition to work really well. You were able to go ahead and put enough pressure where you needed to, kind of forcing responses out from TL. Even this, yeah. And also, you got to think how many times he was able to go ahead and push away Sanji. Like Sanji, I feel like had a little bit of a harder time on the eve just because of the threat that Edward was. And it's also, you gotta remember, this is another game for Dome Kite with a Freya, who I would say he had a really rough game when he picked it up in game 2. So to run it back and make it happen again and then just have this better performance overall as a team, that shows basically the trust between, of course, the members here and also the coaching staff to rely on the players to make this work. And even when it came down to it, I feel like Demon Kite really had to step up in this game. We were going through all the options of the heroes that Demon Kite could pick up in the jungle, especially going against Carl TZ's Lancelot, by the way, which we saw was styling at certain moments in this game, but Demon Kite was able to go ahead and kind of keep a cool head, make things happen, got a couple of the retributions off that he needed. But again, the team as a whole just really made this lineup work well, and which ultimately got them the dub here in this series.
What team fight. Unbelievable. And that's coming off of the sharper performance overall by Light and Yue in terms of taking care of their own side of the jungle. I mean, it didn't get to an incredibly crazy amount of lead for Carl TZ because this time JP could not find that opening in terms of messing up Demon Kite. And we're always looking for that when it comes to the Joy. Yes, you want to pressure the Joy a little bit, but one death amidst all of the things that happens in the early game, that's fine. You'll still be able to get your Genius Wand and your Holy Crystals and that Divine Slave, and then that'll be that swing that you'll need to set up. What I like about the damage profile for Aurora, it's a lot of like initial big burst, and you have so many cleanup that it's not going to be difficult for you to capitalize on Team Liquid messing up their formation, making a mistake, calling a fight too early, not being ready for all of the dive that Aurora has.
Like so many layers of damage that comes through with that, to a point where you just get overwhelmed, and I think that's literally what happened for TL in the final fight. They just got overwhelmed. Usually when you fight in the Zaman Force and the real world manipulation, it should just be cooked. But the fact that it wasn't shows you just how much sustain and how much, what Remar said, layering they have in this team fight. Joy came in a bit late, Yu Zhong started it all, and then again, Doming Kite, he was the guy who was cleaning up as well a lot of times, and don't know what he did after that Game 2 performance, because it really looked like it was a forced Freya in Game 2.
Yeah.
But here, it looked like he was comfortable, completely comfortable on the Freya.
Yeah, I like it, man. I think it was what I was saying essentially for Aurora was everybody kind of had to step up after Game 2, because that was such a quick game, 12 plus minutes, and then they came together and made this composition work.
And this is something that I guess we've all been talking about, right? Like, what have they been missing the entire time? The clutch factor and the willingness to take a risk. When they were behind there, they didn't default to their normal default.
Yeah.
They went in, and it was because of the Freya pick that it was like, yo, we have to go in, right? This is what the Freya pick is for.
Yeah, that was a great read of the situation. Any other team would have just taken, all right, we take Sanford down, all right, let's slow it down, maybe get the red tree. If we're not going to get it, then we'll just back off. But they have all the tools ready to just capitalize, turn it around at that moment, and they did. And that willingness is something that you see in a lot of the other teams here, also in the top 8. Alter Ego are a team known for willing to take that. SRG, Onyx, and all of them. Once again, congratulations to Aurora Gaming Philippines moving forward. They will face either Alter Ego or Onyx, and that match will be happening not next, but later tonight. But coming up next, we get another Aurora matchup. It's Aurora Turquie against Yangon Galacticos. I feel like this is a perfect test for these two just to see on the level that they actually are.
Absolutely, man. This is going to be a banger matchup. Aurora Gaming, known to be very good when they get their comfort picks. Meanwhile, Yangon Galacticos, they're full cheese, baby.
It's good for a best of 3.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be a banger. We'll see you in just a bit after this break.
So basically, they're both trying to play with each other's strengths. Like, Aurora, like, it's fine. This looks like a weakness. This looks like something that can be exploited just because you have a Claude. But this is our strength. We have to play our clean front to back against your crazy dive.
Yeah, that's part of the plan too, and you can see to supplement that. I'm interested. I'm finding it interesting that they actually go and ban the Guinevere.
Can we get the win rate on that?
Yeah, the win rate's pretty abysmal. But it's one of those heroes that just kind of get picked up when there's not many options. But knowing again that Han is one of the few players that still likes to opt for Guinevere, they ban it out. They take up the Sora. I'm almost wondering, at least for the jungle for the Yangon Galacticos, if we'll actually just see a potential Baksha pickup. Yeah, with Fredrin also being banned out. So Baksha banned out. So yeah, what is left for Han to play? I feel like this is going to be something more of a new pick.
You still go Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan.
Just the Nolan. Oh man, I
you'll need the burst. If you have Juicing and Claude, you need burst somewhere. And so Nolan is the only one who can do that. Unless he's really brave and decides to pick up a Fanny suddenly.
That's what I'm saying.
But once Python healed on the other side, that's only one pick that you have to worry about. It could come in.
So, that works, by the way, right? At YG.
The hunt begins.
Oh, there you go. More reason to go for Fanny.
Yeah.
And remember, they can still go Yu Zhong and XP. It's not bad.
That's weird that the Yu Zhong just slips through. Just like we were saying with the Kalea in the last series, Now the Yuzhong goes through.
It's gonna stop her, dude, because, this looks like a Fanny. But why would you ban Ruby like that? That's sus. That ain't a stopper, yo. But I don't say.
I think, though, Fanny was overlooked by Aurora. If Yangon are going to pick it,